Welcome back to another Spirit Island video. In this video, we'll be covering another spectacular synergy. This time, looking at Starlight plus the Serpent aspect, Locus. Now, first, let's take a look at what Locus does for Serpent. Locus is going to get rid of elemental ages, and instead, Serpent will start with Pull Beneath the Hungry Earth. In addition, Locus starts with a proliferation effect. That's one extra presence that is taken off your tracks to start the game. You then also get an Incarna, and it says here on the first card, it says spirits with absorbed presence can use presence at the Incarna for targeting. The Incarna doesn't count towards your deep slumber limit. After uncovering the Earth space on your tracks, empower the Incarna, and when it's empowered, it counts as a Badlands. In addition, every turn you get to choose to add or move the Incarna to a land with your presence. You get this passive, this effect for your Incarna. In addition, you get something that will replace the left innate, and this is Strength of the Waking Island, and it's a fast power targeting yourself. This is after a spirit uses a land targeting power card, they may repeat it at the Incarna by paying its costs. Max one power card per turn for each absorbed presence. You may help pay some or all of it or all of this cost. So most of the time, this top threshold Serpent is going to be paying for the cards to repeat those cards from other spirits at that Incarna land. The other spirit is just rarely going to be able to pay for it. That's where you having a lot of energy from your G3 or your Absorb Essence is going to come in handy. In addition, it says, so those repeats ignore all range and target requirements. So if you have a weird specific requirement, does not matter. It gets to be able to be repeated at that Incarna as long as you can afford it. And then the second threshold says you get to add a vitality at the Incarna. If a spirit has 2 or more absorbed presence, they may instead add a vitality in one of their lands without blight. This allows Serpent to add vitality possibly. Now, what is this combo doing? Now, really, the key with this combo, or the key what Locus wants to be doing, is it wants to be able to absorb a spirit that is playing a major power thresholded. And the reason is because if that major power is thresholded, when you repeat it at the Incarna, it will also be thresholded. So you can imagine repeating a very powerful major. Here's some examples. Like a rumbling earthquake, right? Doing a ton of damage, 18 damage, is very powerful when you can repeat it with Serpent. But you can also do stuff like Cast Down. Repeating Cast Down, sinking multiple boards. All you need to do is just absorb that one spirit. And Starlight is able to threshold majors very easily just because they have tons of elements on the tracks, as well as plenty of drafts. The whole point of this combo is Starlight is just going to play normal Starlight build. You're going to be playing your 2 cards, your 2 Boon and Shape, going from top track. You're going to be drafting a lot of cards, and then you're going to work your way towards the three plays. The only change is on turn 2, you're going to grab that major on turn 2. And now what is Serpent going to do? This is where Locus can really amplify what Starlight is doing, and that's because they could absorb essence, giving Starlight that extra energy as well as that extra element that they may need. And then also Serpent can give them more cards and extra card plays. And in return, Starlight is going to play very powerful cards, majors thresholded, and stuff like that. Another neat thing that this combo can do is if Starlight is playing Peace, Serpent can repeat Peace at the Incarna, so you have a built-in skip with the combo as well. Now, this is a combo that I didn't find, and I actually wasn't a believer until I saw it played into 6/6 combinations, and it just absolutely decimated some 6/6 combos. So I'm very sure that this combo can also beat single level 6s. I mean, it seems very, very powerful with what it's doing. Essentially, you have you have Starlight that gets hyper supported, and then in the mid game, then Serpent becomes on or turns online and also just destroys the adversary. So it feels like a very powerful comp. At this time, I still think it's fair into 6/6s. It'll be interesting to see what players think as people get more experienced with this combination. If you like this video, like, subscribe for more content. I will see you guys in the next video.